Welcome back to Harris Legacy Realty. I'm Quan Harris, your favorite commercial broker and property manager with Coldwell Banker Commercial. In this video, I want to talk to you about some progressive Democrats and their agenda to cancel rent and mortgage payments for the length of the pandemic. Some Democrats introduced a bill to cancel rent and mortgage payments for the duration of COVID-19 on Thursday, March 11, 2021. The bill will help an estimate of 12 million Americans who are behind an average of $6,000 in back rent. Some lawmakers argue the homeowners' aid in President Biden's current stimulus plan isn't enough to help the struggling Americans. With vaccine distribution moving fast across the country, the COVID-19 pandemic is far from over and financial hardships haunts Americans every day. Progressive House Democrats don't believe the eviction moratorium repeated extensions are enough to help with this crisis. They want to ease the burden on renters and homeowners by canceling rent and mortgage payment for the duration of the pandemic. Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota introduced Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, which would cancel rent and mortgage payments nationwide through the end of the pandemic. This bill would promise no negative impact on landlords and homeowners' credit ratings and rental histories, and would establish a relief fund for landlords and mortgage holders to cover the losses of canceled payments. Representative Omar stated that the extension of the eviction moratorium is not a long-term solution. She also states that people across this country will be forced to pay tens of thousands of dollars in back rent when it ends. In some cases, the local governments are allowing evictions to continue despite the moratorium. In other cases, landlords are going bankrupt due to lack of income. To avoid an even larger crisis, Omar states that we must cancel rent and mortgage payments during this pandemic. This isn't a radical idea to her. She says this is what's needed to prevent an even bigger crisis. It is estimated that around 12 million Americans are currently owed about $6,000 average in back rent. Representative Omar states in a press conference, according to a nonpartisan Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, 1 in 5 renters are behind on rent, and since the pandemic began, over 10 million Americans have fallen behind on mortgage payments. So according to the legislative summary, the main elements in this bill includes all rent and mortgage holders are eligible for payment cancellation regardless of income or payment level. The suspension will last 1 month after the end of the national emergency declared on March 13, 2020. Fines would be imposed on property owners who violate the conditions of the payment suspension, and the Department of Housing and Urban Development will establish 3 different funds. First, a landlord relief fund for the government to cover the expenses of the suspended payments. Second, a lender relief fund for the mortgage holders. And third, an affordable housing acquisition fund to ensure tenants have access to safe housing conditions regardless of landlords' ability to pay for maintenance during and after the pandemic. I would like to hear your thoughts about this new bill. Do you think that this is what Americans need to overcome this pandemic? Please leave all questions, comments, and concerns below. If you like this video and found it very informational, please follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you want to know more information about investing in commercial properties here in Atlanta, Georgia. I would love to help you achieve your investment goals. Until the next video, stay safe and be blessed.